Tokkuri Yashi. Today we're going to be taking a look at our latest character release here, which is Winter Wakana. And hereafter is certainly making waves in the game at the moment. So let's go over and have a look at her gotcha here. We can see it is quite a long period for Wakana's gotcha here till the 16th of March. Then we are expecting to get our Winter Shiori, I suspect, from this. Another limited character here, Winter Wakana, as we expected. Let's have a look at this image of our Winter Wakana here. We can see she is a dark physical debuffing character at position 539. So on this dark physical team, she is actually relatively close to the back. We can see again here's loop pattern down here at the bottom. Skill 2 is her first action, and then when she gets into her loop, 5 actions there, 2 skill 1s, a skill 2 and 2 normal attacks. So again, quite a good loop pattern here for Wakana. So let's find my Winter Wakana then and see what her skills are. We did do our summons yesterday. Thank you to everybody who came and watched those. It actually went pretty well. If you want to see some pretty fire summons, then go and check them out if you haven't already done so. So Union Burst here for our Winter Wakana. We can see she deals massive physical damage to an enemy with the lowest physical defense. That is 7.2 times physical attack there. Massively lowers their physical defense there. 534 for 18 seconds. That's a pretty big number, as we will see as we compare to other characters. She is slightly increasing the damage that they take when receiving a critical hit there. 9% for 18 seconds. Stunning them as well for 6 seconds there. And additionally dealing large physical damage to all enemies in an area centered on that target. There's 400 range, and this time it is 2.4 times a physical attack for that AoE damage. Let's have a look at her skill 1 then, and we can see that on skill 1 she's dealing large physical damage again to the enemy with the lowest physical defense. This time it's 2.4 times physical attack, massively lowering their physical and magical attack. Over 9,000 there. It's over 9,000. A little bit of a meme there. For 12 seconds. Lowers their physical defense and slightly increases the damage that they take when receiving a critical hit. So another 229 physical defense reduction and another 6% crit damage taken. Here is her skill 2 then. There's a little bit more on this one, but this is where she's supporting a little bit more than debuffing. She's dealing large physical damage to, again, the enemy with the lowest physical defense. Relentless on that poor enemy without that physical defense. 2.4 times physical attack here for this damage. Massively boosting all allies' physical attack and moderately boosting their physical defense and magical defense there. So a pretty big physical attack boost there, over 13,000 there for 18 seconds. And physical and magical defense 229 for 18 seconds. Pretty good there. She's also deploying a magical and physical nullification barrier, which is nullifying and absorbing over 12,000 damage there. Moderately covering HP by 256. Let's shift this down so we can see it all. And slightly recovering their TP. So 25,000 HP recovery, 50 TP to all allies. And then finally, she grants 2 stacks of Spike Seal to the frontmost ally. While Spike Seal is active, when the ally takes damage once, consume 1 stack to nullify the damage and simultaneously deal large physical damage to that enemy. So they get 2 stacks. It's 3.6 times a physical attack, the damage that is dealt from this, and the damage that was used to remove the stack will be nullified from that ally. So helping out the tanks, she's helping out the whole team here, supporting them with attack, with defense, with nullification barriers, and extra support there for your foremost tanking unit. But first, I would like to show these spike seals that Wakana assists the foremost ally with here. This time it is a sister Yamato. I thought that was very fitting. So here we see the little spike seals coming in here, and there's these two little images of the hedgehogs above Yamato's head there. And we see when Yamato gets attacked and takes damage, it deals damage back to the boss and nullifies that instance of damage that Yamato would have taken there. So first, I would like to highlight some of the Abyss battle teams that we have been suggested for this month's Abyss battle, and we can see that our Winter Wakana against this gargoyle here, which is single tag, is featuring very heavily in all of the top damaging compositions that we have here. Suggests she's pretty good on single target dark physical. But when we have a look at our Hornet Queen here, which is a multiple target with the Buzz Knights that she summons, we can see that Wakana isn't featured quite so heavily. Yes, she is in that top team, but actually the second team was the highest damaging team for me. And it seems like 6-star Mitsuki and her special unique equipment 1 has taken over the role of multiple target defense debuffer for this physical team here. We can see there is the exact same team, the third from the bottom, with Wakana taking Mitsuki's place. The team with Wakana in it is claimed to do around 365 million damage, but if you swap Wakana out and put in 6-star Mitsuki with her special unique equipment 1, damage jumps up all the way to like 464 million damage. So it is apparent here that with that comparison with Pilot Aoi being very good on single target and multiple target, it looks like Wakana might, even though she does have a little bit of multiple target damage on the kit, only really be a single target character for single target debuffing. So we can see here it is likely that Wakana isn't as good on multiple targets as we maybe first thought. So let's test her in a single target fight then and show her at her full strength. And to do that, we are going to go into Landsloth from last month's clan battle. We can see here at the bottom there is one full physical dark team that we used, was an option to use against Landsloth last month, with Mitsuki there as the defense down 261 million damage, I believe that's what it says there. So let's send that team in here with Mitsuki. Everyone has their equipment on. We will see how much damage we can get with this team, and then we will take Mitsuki out, we'll swap her in for our Winter Wakana and see if she can actually do a better job. Coming up to the end then of the Mitsuki fight, let's get our base result here. It's doing pretty well actually. I think Wakana has got her work cut out for her. So overall then, 285 million my team managed to get there. There is the damage report. Let's put Wakana in and see how well she can do. So let's send Wakana in against the Sloth then, and we'll see how she does here. And then compare it to Mitsuki's attempt. I think both of these characters are doing a lot of the same kind of thing, a lot of similarities in terms of their defense reduction, in terms of a bit of support for allies. However, I think Wakana has a little bit more in terms of help with survivability for the rest of the team, especially with the nullification barrier, a bit of a defense support for allies as well, and those spike seals that we should be able to see above Violet's head there, and these little cute hedgehogs floating up there above her head. I think that's pretty cool, isn't it? But what we have also seen is, even though Wakana here has a little bit of multiple target damage, nothing else in their kit really stands out as a multiple target character where Mitsuki has plenty of stuff in her kit, which would put her in the pole position for a multiple target team against a multiple target opponent. Anyway, let's have a look at the damage that the team has done here with Wakana. You see, it looks like it's going to be pretty close here. Has Mitsuki outperformed or not? Here is the damage roll. Let's put these side by side and compare what we have. So here is the comparison of damage then between those two battles against Landstuff, and we can see that Wakana's team has marginally done more damage here against Lancelot than Mitsuki, which along with our Abyss battle fights would suggest that our Winter Wakana here is the best defense team of a single target dark physical teams. Mitsuki's doing pretty damn well to keep up being multiple targets, showing that air special equipment one is actually very strong indeed. As for that comparison with Pilot Howie, yes, Wakana does do a lot of the same things that Howie does, but there is a but, not just Wakana's but. The defense down is only single target, where Pilot Howie has multiple targets defense reduction, which is why she has been so valuable on that light physical team. I don't think Wakana has the same value here for Dark, but that's what we have our 6-star Mitsuki for, to take that multiple target role. But Wakana does have pretty good support for the team in terms of survivability, nullification barrier, increasing defense, and she does have pretty strong attack support. Although Grace didn't really see it in that last battle there. So again, depending on the team we are running and the boss that we are fighting, Wakana, yes, will be a main pick, one of the first picks for single targets, dark physical. Maybe she won't be used on multiple target quite as much as maybe some of us first thought. But again, we have Mitsuki for that. So that is our Winter Wakana. Good luck to anybody who is yet to summify if you decide to do so. I am Tokkuri Yashi. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in another video. Bye bye. Hey.